Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel where we share insights from amazing books. Have you ever found yourself in this situation? The harder you try, the more disappointing the outcome. You burn the midnight oil on a project that still ends up in the red. You pour your heart into raising your kids, yet they just won't listen. Year after year, you hustle, sacrifice, give it your all, and still don't get the life you dream of. Meanwhile, some people breeze through tasks and achieve spectacular success. Why is that? Isn't it true that the harder you work, the luckier you get? In the book I want to introduce today, loosely translated as Effortless, Make It Easier to Do What Matters by Greg McKeown, the author reveals. Effort isn't always glorious. Overexertion backfires. A rope pulled too tight will snap, and effort is much the same. When you strain yourself, you unknowingly place an immense burden on your shoulders. When you overthink, worrying about every what if, fearing failure, the psychological weight makes your actions rigid and forced, and the results actually get worse. That's why learning to lean in lightly through a scientific approach can help you. Live with more ease, work more effectively, enjoy life, and still hit your goals. If you're feeling overwhelmed, stuck in a rut, and longing for the secret to making life feel effortless, this book is for you. Now, let us share our thoughts in this talk titled, What Does It Mean to Live Enjoyably? Inspired by Effortless, Make It Easier to Do What Matters by Greg McKeown. Greg McKeown, often called the Stephen Covey of the 21st century, is a global leadership expert. He teaches at Stanford University and champions effortless leadership to help people escape the mundane, live lightly, and still achieve remarkable results. Let's dive in. Life can feel suffocating sometimes, and more often than not, it's our own over-effort that's to blame. In the book, there's a story like this. A man worked relentlessly at a finance firm. He outdid everyone, logging over 80 hours every week. Thanks to that, he climbed the career ladder fast. But with every promotion, he pushed himself harder. Late nights turned into all-nighters. He told himself only hard work can solve every problem. Then the financial crisis hit, and he was laid off. He was furious. What did I do wrong? Why was I, the hardest worker, let go? While the slackers kept their jobs, he thought of all those years of sweat and sacrifice, only to end up in pain and regret. His heart filled with anger. In reality, many of us have been there. Day in, day out, we're buried under an endless pile of tasks with no time left for ourselves. Since childhood, we've all believed that the harder you work, the luckier you get. To earn that luck, we're taught to pay the price. Want to start a business? Want to succeed? First, you must endure hardship and let life knock you down a few times. Yet over-effort often backfires. When you set your ambitions too high, when you force yourself at all costs, stress spirals out of control. In your mind, the harder you push, the closer failure seems. Greg McKeown, author of Effortless, Make It Easier to Do What Matters, points us toward another path. Pause regularly and ask yourself, is there an easier way? The book even draws on Einstein's theory of relativity as an example. We hail it as a brilliant breakthrough, but in truth, Einstein relied on a simple momentum conservation equation to tease out the relationship between time, space, and relativity. The truth is, many important things can be done with ease, so long as you build the right mindset and trust in simplicity. Only then can you choose the path that requires the least strain while delivering the greatest results. Try this. Stop for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask, am I pushing myself too far? You might just find that even the toughest challenges can become effortless. Stepping into the zone, finding effortless flow. In the NBA, Stephen Curry is famous for his pinpoint three-point shots, but before every game, he has a quirky ritual. He'll fire off wild shots all over the court. It's not about making baskets, it's about tuning his mind into its best state, what athletes call the zone. This is the place where you work with ease and achieve peak performance at the same time. Here are a few methods from the book to help you find your own zone. 1. Work and enjoy at the same time. Growing up, we're taught first you suffer, then you reap the rewards. Kids save candy for tomorrow. Adults postpone vacations until after the big project. But when the break finally comes, the joy has often faded. Our minds are still stuck on unfinished work. In reality, work and enjoyment don't have to be at odds. If you can't find fun in what you do, you'll never make work feel effortless. Treat your tasks like entertainment. Look for sparks of excitement in the smallest details. 2. Create an inspiration ritual. Beethoven measured out exactly 60 coffee beans each morning as a ritual to start his day. In ancient Rome, a young man's first shave at age 21 was a dedication to the gods, a ceremony marking his passage into adulthood. Today's rush often makes us forget meaningful rituals. You can craft your own. Play your favorite song, place a fresh flower on your desk, or write yourself a quick note of encouragement before you begin. 3. Use habit stacking. This strategy pairs a new habit with an existing one, using the familiar as your trigger. For example, every evening when you sit down, switch on a lamp and light a scented candle, your established cue. Then immediately pick up a book to read. When the first action delivers pleasure, it naturally triggers the next, creating a seamless chain of positive habits. Once you've built these rituals and habits, you'll discover that nothing is nearly as hard as you once imagined. Welcome to effortless flow. Resting effectively. This isn't about stopping work altogether, about deliberately building in pause moments so you can truly unwind. For example, a renowned American baseball coach has a simple rule. Players don't need to overtrain before a game. Just show up on time and give their all during practice. Over-preparation can actually drain you. Choosing to relax, allowing yourself to do nothing, is one of the most effective ways to recharge. Reserve your morning for the most important task. Your energy peaks early in the day. Break your work into 3 sessions of no more than 90 minutes each, because our brains can focus optimally for about an hour and a half. After each session, stand up and refresh yourself. Take a short walk, stretch, drink water, enjoy a piece of fruit, chat with someone, or simply take a few deep breaths to clear your mind. Prioritize quality sleep. It's your biggest rest period. Compared to 50 years ago, we now sleep about 2 hours less per night, mainly because of late-night screen time and digital distractions. To improve your sleep, keep your phone out of arm's reach to resist the urge to scroll. Take a warm bath to relax your muscles and help your body cool down for sleep. Soak your feet in hot water with a bit of coarse salt to deepen rest. If nighttime sleep isn't enough, don't hesitate to take a 20 to 30-minute nap at midday for an energy boost. By scheduling these intentional breaks, you'll avoid burnout and sustain high performance throughout your day. The third way to live and work effortlessly is to hire gratitude and fire complaining. Harvard professor Clayton Christensen, author of The Innovator's Dilemma, once shared a fascinating idea. Customers hire your product to do a specific job. For example, when someone buys a cup of coffee, they're really hiring that coffee to quench their thirst. In the same way, ask yourself, do I really want to hire negative emotions, complaints, bitterness, resentment? What good do they do me? When you chase reputation or praise at all costs, work becomes heavy and joyless. You carry a burden of anger, blame, hurt, and anxiety. Sure, venting to a friend might feel cathartic, and complaining can create a sense of camaraderie. But in the long run, it's like hiring a useless employee who only flatters you. Every gripe leaves you more drained, further from your goals, and trapped in a deeper spiral of lack. Christensen describes life as 2 concentric circles. The inner circle represents what you already have. The outer circle represents what you lack. If you focus only on the outer circle, you forget all the good in your inner circle. Your mind becomes obsessed with scarcity and you slip into victim mode, thinking your boss is out to get you, colleagues don't help, your family doesn't understand, friends aren't sincere. The inner circle shrinks until you feel utterly empty. How do you break that downward spiral? Fire complaining and hire gratitude. Living with gratitude shifts your focus back to your inner circle, making the outer circle of lack shrink. Your sense of abundance grows. Gratitude pulls you into an upward spiral of positivity. If you keep complaining, "This job is impossible. Life stinks," your brain will prove you right, and everything will start to feel worse. But if you believe things are getting better and I'm making progress, you propel yourself forward. When gratitude becomes a habit, no challenge seems too great. The path ahead feels light and effortless, and you'll find yourself stronger and happier every day. High intensity focus. Do less, achieve more. In meteorology, there's a fascinating phenomenon called a microburst, a sudden, powerful downdraft of wind lasting just 10 to 15 minutes, reaching speeds up to 97 kilometers per hour, strong enough to topple even ancient trees. Greg McKeown recommends adopting this principle for your work. Carve out a 10 to 15 minute window of laser focus to create your own surge of energy. For example, if you have an important report to write, start with the simplest step. Sit down, gather your pen and paper, and sketch a quick outline. In that brief, intense burst, give it your full attention. The momentum will pull you into flow, making the rest of the work both more engaging and easier. To train your focus, the book offers a 10-minute exercise divided into 5 2-minute stages. Create your space. 2 minutes. Find a quiet spot. Turn off your phone and block all distractions. Tidy your workspace so your mind feels uncluttered and clear. 2. Relax your body. Sit up straight and breathe naturally. Roll your shoulders, gently turn your neck, feel each muscle loosen. 3. Relax your mind. Let thoughts arise without clinging to any. Observe them drifting in and out like clouds passing through the sky. 4. Release resentment. Imagine cutting the ties that bind you to someone who hurt you. Silently tell them, "I forgive you." 5. Feel gratitude. Recall a moment when you truly felt thankful. Sink into that warm sensation. Breathe it in deeply. Once you've completed all 5 steps, you'll find your body, mind, and emotions primed for a powerful focus microburst. Commit just 10 to 15 minutes each day to this high-intensity focus. It's the greatest gift you can give yourself. Don't pressure yourself or others. Years ago, I was all about strict discipline, piling on the pressure whenever I set a goal, and I always had plenty of goals. But as I read more books and tuned deeper into my own heart, I discovered the power of gentleness. When you move through life with calm, without towering expectations, envy, overthinking, or a perfectionist drive for yourself or anyone else, everything flows more smoothly and beautifully. Whether you're handling personal projects, leading a team, or raising kids, you'll notice that working and living lightly is a sign of true awareness. Please don't believe that glory or success comes only from suffering 100% of the time or obeying every self-imposed rule. In fact, gentleness is the real triumph. Life is never perfect. We all face birth, aging, illness, and death. Yet even amid that inevitable pain, we can stay gentle in our attitude. When illness causes suffering, we can still smile and give thanks for the moments of health we have left. When work feels overwhelming, we can carve out time to rest and recharge, making our spirits all the richer. Life doesn't have to be hard or complicated. Ease into a gentle state, not as an excuse to slack off, but as a way to move slow and steady, finding your own natural rhythm within healthy limits. If your goal is too lofty, you'll get discouraged. If it's too modest, you'll get bored. Set realistic aims. Don't overload yourself all at once, and don't burn every ounce of energy just to clear a single hurdle. Maintain a steady pace, saving enough strength for the long journey ahead. Dear friend, if you're tired, please stop making life harder than it must be. Allow yourself to slow down and rest. Life need not drain you, only your own desire to achieve too much will. And the busier you are, the more you need to learn to let go. That's the true art of living and enjoying every moment. Thank you for listening. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who needs it. Give it a like, subscribe, and hit the bell to catch our latest videos each week. Thanks again, and see you next time.